Okay. One last recording off stream here before I head off to Italy for 4 seasons. I have a nice spicy brew. I figure I wouldn't bore you with any more PO. What I have here is the most recent take from Sean, Desolutionist. Recent top 8, I believe, in a Sunday challenge. And this is what I'm going to call Crop Rot Control. So this is a control deck that uses crop rotation to find Urza Saga, Talarian Academy, probably not, but Library of Alexandria, Wasteland, that kind of thing. And it's going to use tons of free pitch spells and then anti-aggro package of Oath of Druids. So you'll see that there are, in fact, 7 blue forces, 3 Mindbreak traps, Force of Vigor, and then you have the full Moxen suite with the ability to go Vault Key off of Urza Saga, and then some more restricted blue cards in counter magic, and some Jace the Mind Sculptors to utilize your Talarian Academy mana, put back your Atraxa maybe, something like that. So yeah, this is going to be a deck heavily centered around Urza Saga. Though the matches I played versus Sean, felt like it was heavily centered around Library of Alexandria. And yeah, you're going to utilize your Oath package. You also have the ability to, Crucible lock. But mostly this is, I guess you might consider it to be an Urza Saga control deck. And what Sean is doing is negating the downside of Urza Saga being a colorless land by playing mostly spells that don't cost colors, right? This is probably a deck that I will not pilot to maximum proficiency. I always like to preface that before I get comments telling me how you suck at control decks, Justin, which is true. Not true. I don't suck, but I'm definitely less proficient with slower decks in Vintage. But I'm always interested in trying them and expanding my range. So worth noting the 4 Null Rod sideboard taking out something like Vault Key and 2 Oath of Druids against decks like Jewel and that kind of thing is going to be something we're interested in doing. Very much matchup dependent. I'm not sure that everything I do will be exactly how sideboard mapping Sean sees it. So, expect less proficiency from me when I'm playing somebody's homebrew that basically only they have played. But yeah, so what we're gonna do is definitely trim down on like Oaths and Orchards when we're bringing in Vigors and Null Rods and that kind of thing. So I'm pretty excited. This deck looks pretty fun. Looks kind of interesting, and of course, any opportunity to play my favorite card, Urza Saga, we take those. If you'd like to see your deck played on this channel, check out the Patreon link in the description below, where you can find all the information you need to submit a donation deck list. Let's battle. All right, here we go. Round 1 with our control deck. We have a library on the draw. Always got to keep that. Also, Forbidden Orchard Oath. We're up against Rodrigo Tagores, who looks like they'll be practicing maybe for the Vintage event at 4 Seasons. I don't know. We'll have to see. Let's do it. I mean, this has got to be pretty close to the hand we would want to keep at all times, though. Bizarre, of course, makes me feel a little sad. This does open us up to drawing something like Mox and then going turn 1 Oath, right? So not the worst. Rodrigo did play Squee at the last 4 Seasons. Team Trios. I think I played versus him in the top 4, if I recall correctly. So it was Squee versus Esper Pio. I was able to finally convince him to mulligan a little bit, and I was able to slam like Lavinia, Double Needle, lock up a game. So let's see what we can do here. We do have enough time to take 1 turn off. So if we don't hit a Mox, what we can do is Library of Alexandria and then draw a card on their turn, and then we'll slam an Oath. Maybe we'll even have double force back up at that point. We'll see. Seems unlikely considering our counter spells aren't actually super good at protecting our spells, because we have like Mindbreak traps and negations. Our counter spells are more to stop opponent from doing whatever they're doing. So that's kind of makes sense when you're the control deck. Like theoretically, in a world where we weren't pressured for a million on turn 1 here, we would be able to, let our first Oath get countered and then play a second Oath, and it wouldn't be a big deal. but that is not the case. We are under extreme pressure. And they have a strip mine. So we actually now we have to hit Moxen or we are doomed. We did hit Moxen, though it is a bit of a sketchy one. Saga Gaming, huh? All right, well, we're going to hope they don't have two pieces of interaction in their hand, which is might be asking for a lot against Squee, to be honest. So let's see. If they have like a negation and a vigor, a force and a vigor, a force and a mind break trap. They pitched a mind break trap to that force, but they could have a second mind break trap as well. All right, so they had their hand was force, mind break trap, and we are just dead. Can we technically live? We could take 3 and take 3, and we could technically draw a time walk, but we won't be able to use it. I guess we'll try. I guess we'll try for a little bit here. Oh no, we're actually gonna take 7. Yeah, we're not technically dead, but we are pretty much dead. So they also are bringing back Squee and Master again. I don't know. When a Squee deck keeps a high mana or a high number of cards in hand, and you're not, immediately wastelanding, it just feels very, very challenging to actually come up with a victory. We presented something very strong against them in Oath of Druids into Atraxa, but they just had too many answers. Triple Squee, huh? Yeah, so what can Justin draw here? I can draw Ancestral into Lotus Time Walk, maybe. Something like that. I could just lose the flip and nothing will really matter. Okay, cool. So, yeah, I mean, this looks tough. This does not look like a very compelling sideboard either for this kind of matchup, but we'll take Bajuka Bog for our crop rotation, a Tabernacle, of course, Tormod's Crypt, and Needle, and then maybe we'll even play some Claims. We'll have to see. Obviously, I don't know. I guess we're gonna bring in a Flusterstorm as well. I'll have to see because you don't really want to play Negation. It's quite bad against our opponent's deck, and we don't really want to play Mind Break Trap either. Though I guess technically my opponent played one. No, they only played 2 spells that turn. But at that point, we're going down to like so little blue cards that is it even worth it to have blue cards in our deck at all? You know, that's kind of rough, really. But I think Claim is better than Vigor. Then we'll run like this. Because this is dead. This is usually dead. This is always dead. This is only hits like Vigor, right? Or only hits sorry. It only hits Hollow One. So, yeah, I mean, I guess this is the plan. So I have a Tabernacle, I have a Wasteland and a Force, and yeah, I mean, we're going to keep this one. This is definitely a hand that you want to keep against Squee. Obviously, there's some amount of downside, but because we're not doing anything proactive, but we do have the strongest reactive cards we can have in Wasteland, Wasteland their thing, and then Tabernacle their board, or Tabernacle their board, and then Wasteland their Bazaar, so... All right, so I just have to go Orchard Go. I'm not going to show Emerald for no reason. I guess technically I could help play around Mind Break Trap, so maybe I should, actually. Oh, maybe I'll play it on the next turn. All right, so my opponent's going to play it a little slower here. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to give them a random spirit here. I don't think that's necessary, especially if I end up tabernacling them. They can get rid of it anyways. So the question here is going to be here, if I don't draw another land, like, am I supposed to play this Wasteland? So I'm just going to play out this Emerald and pass, I believe. I guess I could have technically played out the Crypt and pass, and that would have not exposed me to Vigor. Yeah, maybe that would have been better. I don't know why I thought I had to play the Emerald out. because this would stop me from getting Vengevine. But I do have Tabernacle for Vengevine, so not sure. This is gonna help me with squeeze though. Double Master Rootwalla. Okay. It's kind of unfortunate because I can't really play super well around Noxious, right? So I have to hit these masters now. I guess I should play around negation by cracking it in their upkeep, so. All right, got their Bazaar and their Masters. That's a pretty good feel-good moment here. Let's see what they have, if they have extra stuff going on. Why do I bother, man? All right, second Bazaar. Oh, Crucible. I think I'm gonna hold the Tabernacle again. Also lets me draw into something like Crop Rotation if they like Wasteland my Tabernacle or something. Vengevine Master? Man, we had the Wasteland, we had Tormod's Crypt, we had Tabernacle, and I don't know if it's going to be good enough. Though, I guess, how many times do they draw 2 Bazaars? Like, if they ever bring back a Vengevine this turn, and they have a Wasteland for Tabernacle, then we're just dead, right? Or at least close to it. So a hollow one went to the yard? Does that mean they have 3 hollow ones? Oh. So that means they have 3 hollow ones this turn, and they are holding up force? As long as it's not Wasteland. We can beat this as long as it's not Wasteland. If it's holding up force, then we're okay. All right, cool. So we're still in this. Sure, that's fine. All right, so we wiped their board, but they do still have an active master, which we don't currently have a way to beat. They don't actually have a wasteland in their yard, obnoxious either, because we cleared it with Tormods. They must have had Force plus Misstep in their hand if they didn't play the 3rd hollow one out, right? Nice that we got rid of the Misstep, though, for like something like Crop Rotation later here. No activation. All we need to do is make our way up to Crucible mana here, and then we'll be in a good spot. Oh no! 2 Vengevines and a Master. So now if they return these Vengevines, it's almost lethal. Maybe we need to have a Crop Rot for a Bajuka Bog. They have 1 more hollow one. They do have 7 more Root Wallas though. All right, they have all 4 Vengevines in their yard. So we are going to take a lethal hit if those Vengevines come back. Drew an Ancestral. I think I just want to cast this on my turn. Yeah. I don't want to give them any more draws. I just want to keep going here. They have force, it's fine. I force back. They had a will and a negation anyways, so maybe it's better for me to pitch the Atraxa than the Jace. I think they're both pretty equally useless, so. Alright. Well, I'm not gonna show Crucible. I think I would rather, if their last card is Trap, they just hit this stupid Oath. Well, I guess I have Fluster, so. Alright, I mean, I still am dead to like a really strong double Root Wall hit. Next turn, I do have Crucible, Flusterstorm back up into a Wasteland or into a Forbidden Orchard. Probably a Wasteland, because I don't want them to hit these Vengevines. They hit double Root Walla. Nothing I do is ever good enough to beat Squee. That's so crazy. Oh, man. I don't know. Squee. Okay, let's try again. Losing to Squee, that's just normal for me. Now, what are we doing here? So we have a force, but our only blue card is Ancestral. Oh, we have a Black Lotus. Is the answer just like Lotus, Oath, play Orchard? I don't know. All these options seem reasonable. I know we're up against like a big Jeskai deck, right? I think we played against them earlier today. I guess we'll just start with Oath or start with Lotus and see what they say. It's kind of awkward to like pitch Ancestral to force. I mean, maybe we just don't even have to, right? If they counter this, it's just fine, and we move on. All right. Well, in this case, we're just playing Orchard and pass, and look for an Ancestral window. That's definitely. Is this the Ancestral window? Kind of seems like it is. Yeah, let's do it. This could be wrong. Because it does give them the opportunity to kill a Orchard token if they want, but I feel like Flusterstorm Pyroblast is what they have. Mental Misstep. Jeez. All right, well, if they do something powerful here, I don't have Force Up anymore, so. But I mean, if they have nothing, then I just Oath them, so. I see, like, I'm not sure that the line I took in this turn was good, because I just don't know. Wow. Okay. I mean, I wasn't expecting to get Prismatic Ending, to be fair. That really was not on my radar. But, yeah, I mean, that went the worst possible, right? I could have just not cast Ancestral and then forced the Prismatic Ending. Yeah, that went really badly. Definitely punished for my line. I mean, my line still could be right, but... Or maybe half my line was right, Standstill against active Urza Saga? All right, whatever works for you, friend. Oh, of course. So we're playing against Standstill, huh? And I gave them a 1-1? Justin. I just hold this, right? In case they have their own Saga. So I guess in that case, maybe I'm supposed to just play Academy. Clean cycling Timeless Dragon? My god. We are being bullied. Bullied, I tell you. You know, I feel like I'm gonna wait still. I think I'd like to have a blue card before I cast this oath, because I'm gonna give them 3. If they want to tap out for a Timeless Dragon, I feel like that's fine. They're not even gonna do that. Yeah, this looks pretty doomed. Somehow I paired against a deck that's more controlling than me and went for an all-in line and died. Which is, that's a classic Justin plays a control deck style. All right, they're going in. Timeless Dragon time? All right, cool. This is something I want to see because I'd like to just cast my spells. Blue card is what we're looking for here. Nice. All right, so I think the answer is they can't fluster, so well, yeah, we're just gonna lead on Oath and hope they don't have double counterspell. Force fluster, force fluster. If they have double counterspell, they have double counterspell, right? Like, what am I gonna do? They could also just like swords my tracks, though, right? Not 100% sure how that will go for me. They just have double force? I don't know, man. What's the guy to do? I feel like I have hit some real rough parts of this in this league. I gave them a DAC target too. Yeah, sure. The problem now is actually they have it's my green source. I actually am in serious trouble even if I draw like another oath. All right. Well, I can say that that went just about as poorly as it possibly could have gone, considering my opening hand was really, really strong. I don't even know what do we even want to do. Like, are there cards here that are like we have like some serious game against Standstill with like Crop Rot into Urza Saga, right? Um, I don't know. Feels like maybe it's a Flusterstorm matchup. Do I want any ability to remove enchantments? Removing a Saga, or sorry, removing a Standstill. I mean, they have to play Saga in their deck, right? Or are they just doing Eternalized Timeless Dragons? I don't know. I mean, whatever. Let's just run it back. I don't think sweating over this is going to make me happy, so. Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine I'm supposed to be mulliganing these Black Lotus Oath hands, but Oath Saga is just not a combination, huh? I don't think I'm supposed to jam like second Oath here. It doesn't really feel like it's a good play to me. Rather just hold up Flusterstorm. What is this Saga gonna do? I'm gonna get a top with it? I guess it's fine. Like, I'm certainly not gonna activate, right? Maybe I can. Maybe they don't have enough creatures that it. Oh, every Saga I've ever had in my life, it just immediately gets wastelanded. So it's okay. I'll draw Forbidden Orchard and we'll win, right? And we'll win, right? This feels like a matchup where I want to have both in play, but Plateau Gaming. If we lose to Plateau Gaming, maybe the deck needs to be scrapped. Yeah. The thing I noticed about this deck list is it doesn't really have any ways to draw cards, so you kind of are just doing the thing. Oh, we're Timeless Dragoning. I hope they put a Timeless Dragon in play so I can play Oath of Druids. Or so I can actually get something going here. I don't know what our plan is, but... I mean, they know my hand, so... Oh my god, we're gonna get Monkey Dashed? That's what's happening? Alright, well... Nothing is going well. I can tell you that much. Can we... Oh, they don't want to crop rot into a Saga or something? I... Yeah... I don't know. I mean, it's possible I'm piloting this completely wrong, of course, and maybe that's true. But boy, does this feel awkward. What is my goal here? Just draw Forbidden Orchard and just will it to the top of my library. I guess crop rotation, if I had gotten it, would technically have gotten me a Forbidden Orchard, right? Not that a crop rotation is ever going to resolve against my 7-card opponent who has Jeskai colors, right? So, I mean, yes, crop rot would technically be an orchard, but I don't have the mana to cast it because I played an Urza Saga and it got wastelanded. Hashtag my saga life. No, the Ragavan took a Library of Alexandria. Now that card would have been so good here. If I had a Library of Alexandria, that would have solved everything. Instead, I have a stinking Time Vault and a Crucible of Worlds. Yeah. I don't know. What is the plan? Good lord. So far, the plan is... I guess if Ragavan had hit Crucible of Worlds, I would also be extremely sad, so... Like, these Fosters are now dead. Yeah, this game is just over. Was I not supposed to keep Black Lotus Oath of Druids? Was that the problem? Was I supposed to mulligan my Black Lotus Oath of Druids? Silly me. Unironically, he might say yes, but who knows? My opponent has 8 million mana and 8 cards in hand. Standstill has been pitched. Aha! I have drawn the orchard. Fear me. I think I'm just supposed to pass. I feel like they're just gonna use a removal spell on the creature that I make with this orchard, but doesn't really feel like I'm supposed to cast any of my spells though, so they can force me to use it, and then they can get rid of the creature. Unfortunately, I can't draw Black Lotus for my Crucible of Worlds either. Yeah, I mean, what are we doing here? It's not like I have counter magic, right? Like all my flusters are basically dead. What? What? Am I just living the dream? We just putting the Atraxa in play? They just pyroblast the Atraxa and I lose. Oh, we're just casting on my turn. Oh my god, they have containment priest too. This is real life. All right, you got me. I have been bested by superior deck building. What can I say? I don't think we have a Jace the Mind Sculptor. We don't have an actual way of beating this card, right? Like, we're just super doomed. Well, I mean, our actual way of beating this card is Vault Key and Urza Saga, but we just can't play those magic cards, so what's the point, really? All right, now they just slam a standstill and we die. Man, we've been bullied by standstill. Standstill bullied us. If standstill is bullying you, it's like when bug is bullying you. You gotta let it go. All right. Let's just play more magic, huh? All right. I won't fall for it this time. If I have Black Lotus Oath, I'll mulligan it. I'm ready. I will actually mulligan this because it doesn't look like it does anything. I think our opponent should be on Dredge, so we actually do want an oath. That is an oath. Yeah, they are on Dredge. So yeah, we're on the play and we're on a Molus 6, so we just get rid of this library. And then I can't think of a better thing to do than slam my Oath of Druids. Is Saga better than slamming Oath of Druids? No. Right? Whatever, man. If I'm not supposed to slam Oath here against known Dredge, I don't know what I'm doing in my life. Guess it does make me susceptible to a variety of things, but... Like, if I don't play Oath of Druids and I get griefed, what am I doing? Like, a Saga on its own isn't beating Dredge. So I think it's an Oath time. Obviously, an Oath in play gets hit by Vigor, and an Oath in my hand gets hit by Grief. And anytime I hold it, they draw more cards and can have more forces, right? That's the logic. And this means they can't play a hollow one. But maybe you're supposed to let them play a hollow one so that you can play an Oath and it will always trigger. That's a possibility. I wish I could give my opponent a construct token. All right, so look at that. Grief. So lose my Force of Will. I guess I lose my Time Walk. If they have a Vigor in my upkeep, they can get me. But if I had held my Oath of Druids, I would have had to force it, and I would lose Force and Time Walk. Could be better, maybe? Who knows? All I know is if we get Vigor to my upkeep, I will be sad. I guess it doesn't need to be my upkeep. They could wait for my Saga, but then I would have an ability to draw a blue card for Force. Library of Alexandria. I feel like I shouldn't play the Saga, right? I'm not making constructs anyways. I do get a Sensei's Top at the end of it, or a key, or mana. If they Vigor me, I'll just play this library. I mean, maybe I am supposed to play Saga and get a key. I could get a top. A top is good, right? Top gets me to what's it called? Top gets me to Orchard. All right, so this is not a May. So my opponent just killed themselves. Bold play. You have to say no to... Oh, I guess they're just going... Oh my gosh. Is Atraxa enough? Survey says... Atraxa should be enough, right? I would hope so. All right, so I am going to take... What is in my... I can wasteland them. So I can take Crop Rotation, and Jace is a blue card, And Saga as an enchantment. Gaia's... I don't want to take Gaia's Blessing, right? Sapphire and Orchard. So I'm going to take instant, Planeswalker, enchantment, artifact, land, and I just won't take sorcery. I think putting this... Oh, I guess I could theoretically cast it on them. So maybe I should take that. So the only problem with doing that is my only green source is going to be used for crop rotation, but that actually is not the case because I could use an orchard. Okay, I think that's actually fine then. So what we'll do is crop rotate my Library of Alexandria into a wasteland. And then we'll play Forbidden Orchard. And we'll Gaia's Blessing my opponent. And put this, and this back in the deck. And then that way they're not advancing this board in any way. And I should be totally fine with a Trax on this board. And I have Force. So, wow. Okay. All right. Okay. We're playing Magic now. I like it. That went pretty well. Again, we're going to bring in Bojuka Bog, Tormod's, Tabernacle. So I can get these off Crop Rotation, these off Saga. And then Flusterstorm. And then again, Trap is horrible and Negation is horrible. I can bring in Claims. I like them against like Hollow One, and I think it's okay. Something like that. Again, like this is the worst Force of Wills ever, right? These are just unplayably bad Force of Wills. 14. That's about the very, very, very minimum you can justify. But I don't really see any other way to do this, so. I guess you could theoretically keep in Mindbreak Traps or Negations and then just use them as blue cards, but that feels like it has less utility than Nature's Claim would. So technically, I have Crop Rotation, Oath of Druids. Is this enough? So if my Crop Rotation were to resolve, I can get a Bojuka Bog or a Tabernacle or something. I have an answer for a Hollow One, technically. I don't know. I'll try keeping it. I'm not really sure. Like, these cards are pretty dead, right? But I guess this is a blue card if I draw Force of Will. I do... Yeah, I mean... I feel like this... Crop Rotation and Oath are the cards I want. My problem is I'm just slow, right? I'm on the draw, so it's not amazing. Alright, they exiled 6 to Powder. I could be convinced that this is not a hand you're supposed to be keeping, but I also feel like it has the cards that I'm trying to find, so. I kind of wish this deck had more Wastelands in it, but I feel like maybe Loam plus more Wastelands is something that's interesting. All right, so what I'll do is I'll go pass here. And what I have is... Like, I don't want to get my Crop Rot negated, right? So I feel like we're just passing through this. And then I can bog if I need to bog. And that still lets me go Oath on the next turn anyways. But I feel like if I Crop Rotation on my turn into an active like negation, that just seems really bad to me, right? One Narcomoeba, nothing else. That's fine if you want to bring a Narcomoeba in. Interesting that they didn't activate in response to the Narcomoeba. So this Narcomoeba is 2 prized amalgams. So here, I feel like I should Crop Rot for a Bojuka Bog. The problem is if I get forced, I just lose on the spot, right? Oh, I'm an idiot. So I guess if I'm playing the game like this, then negation is turned on. Huh. I didn't realize that. Okay, so I should probably be keeping my negations in so that I can crop rot on their turn. Hey, this is all part of the learning experience. I figured it out eventually, right? So in this case, if I, instead of a nature's claim, I had a negation, I could protect my crop rot and I would be winning. Okay, all right. So I'm bad. All right. Notably bad streamer. I fell into the classic trap of heuristics, where negation is always bad against my opponent's deck that doesn't play any spells on their turn. But no. All right, it actually resolved, so we're in a great spot. We're just gonna Bajuka Bog them. I think my biggest problem looking at this deck and playing this deck is I tunnel on Oath of Druids because I'm so used to playing my versions of Oath, where Oath is a focal point of the deck, a main combo piece, that kind of thing, right? Where this is Oath is kind of just a throw in to the deck to help bridge, bridge gaps. So it's just a little bit of learning, right? A little bit of humble, a little bit of conscious. Interesting didn't cost us the game, but definitely felt like I understand now a little bit better what's going on. All right, well, they can't really beat this either, so I guess we just win again anyways. So big wins. Did not hit my Gaia's Blessing. Milled over both Wasteland and Strip Mine. But I can go Ruby Crucible. So let's go Ruby, Oath, Academy, Crop Rotation. I guess I could put Brainstorm. Feel like Crop Rotation will have more utility. Probably doesn't matter either way. Flusterstorm is only good for me here if I draw another Moxen. Crop Rot at this point actually is only getting Tabernacle. So maybe I can just take Flusterstorm. Because I have a Nature's Claim, which I probably shouldn't have in my deck. But I have a Nature's Claim to hit Hollow One if I really want to, so... I mean, how can my opponent really beat my 10-card hand? Library, think of the value. So I guess I theoretically could play this slower. I guess there's really no reason for me not to play this a little bit slower, right? Just hold open, Flusterstorm, have active, library. How am I really realistically losing this game? So if I guess the thing I could, a thing that I did miss is if I take Crop Rot, I can Crop Rot the Bog into a Tabernacle and then Crucible the Bog back. So that's a miss. I don't know. Like having Flusterstorm also means like, I mean, but what spell can they cast that actually matters, right? Like the only thing that could matter here is if they like play another Bazaar, go through their whole deck or something weird. So I technically could put my entire deck back into my library using Gaia's Blessing, but that sounds worse than just having Crucible active, so... all roads lead to victory here for me. So I'm not sure anything I choose to do matters or not, so... Draw a card, and okay, yeah, that's a good one too. Let's do Crucible. This is probably gonna put me off library, but who cares, right? Negation. Yeah, sure, whatever. I'll just fluster it. So I guess at this point, if they have a trap as their last card, they get to keep playing and not get Tormod scripted out of the game, but... I mean, I don't need to Tormod script down, but I also just don't feel like continuing going through the motion, so let's get the F6 value. Aha! They had the Noxious. That's the reason you don't do it right then and there, but it's okay. I have another strip mine next turn, so it's not like this is really an issue. Just gonna hit the flyer and then gain all my life back, and okay. Okay, that one was pretty clean. Okay, here we go. We're slowly learning. We're figuring it out as we go. Oh, this one doesn't take any figuring out. You just snap keep that Urza Saga, baby. This has got to be close to perfect, right? Because not only do we have the Urza Saga, not only do we have the Moxen for it, we also have the exact on-color Moxen to cast Ancestral Recall and protect our Urza Saga. How does that happen? Who allowed for this to happen? This is just how we drew it up. We're about to make this Urza Saga look so good. This Saga is going to destroy my opponent. How can they ever win? They go to kill my Saga. Boom! Crop rotation. There's no weaknesses. The game is over. Pack it up. End of turn Vigor. Don't care. Upkeep Ancestral. Pack it up. You got nothing. My opponent has given me the lull. It's even better. What? Bazaar of Baghdad? Or maybe we lose. No. This Saga beats Bazaar of Baghdad, right? Right? It might. Look how big these constructs are. Oh, another Dredge opponent. Okay, all right, okay. Do we crop rot our Saga into a wasteland? Now, that is a question. Holy moly. Do we crop rot our Saga into a wasteland? It's gotta be a no, right? They don't even have any dredgers in the yard? It's gotta be a no. I hope it's a no. I really hope it's a no. I'm sad because I wanted to like crop rot something else into a wasteland, but maybe they'll be scared of this Atraxa. Maybe they'll be super scared of the Atraxa and everything will be fine. Nope, they took the crop rot. All right. Well, the Saga tokens are like 6/6s, right? 7/7s. Like, oh my god, we drew the Time Walk. Just concede, opponent. Just pack it up. You've got no chance. It's all over. Man, this is the best Urza Saga draw I've ever seen. Is it possible to have a better Urza Saga draw than this? Time Walk, 7,000 Moxen. It's not possible, right? What are we? How far are we from the casting this card? We need a black and white. So what are we getting off this? I don't think the answer is a black or white source. I feel like the answer is just a Sensei's Top. We get a lot of looks here for something good if we need it. Like a crop rot for, maybe we just looking for a crop rot, right? An Oath of Druids is a little late, but a Time Vault is also a little late. I don't think any of that is actually good for us. I mean, maybe a Force of Will is good for us, because how are they beating these construct tokens? So maybe the answer is we just keep this Force of Will on top. Give the ability to cycle away and attack with my constructs. They don't have any way to get things in play right now. And this is what, lethal next turn? If I switch to the Time Vault, it's lethal. They have no blockers and we spin into the Time Vault. Okay. Because the Amalgam will be tapped. So they have to find like a Dredger here and then a Narcomoeba off their Dredger, or a hollow one, I guess. Chill, Amalgam. Grief back. Get rid of a Grief. Bring back 2 Amalgams. Yeah, that's not good enough. Though if they do have a like a Vigor and I have to force, I will not have lethal anymore, right? So all right, so let's spin the Time Vault on top so that I have a lethal attackers. Yeah, I mean this has got to be the Saga players. Mindbreak Trap, the Force of Vigor, and then we draw the Time Vault and play it for lethal. That's, oh my god. This is the single best Saga game of all time. We have executed on the greatest Saga game of all time. That Time Walk off the top. Yes. That was something for the ages, for the history books. All right, so I'm not going to make the same mistake as last time. I am going to keep the negations in. Justin is learning. Doesn't feel like we need to be able to beat constructs, right? Or sorry, hollow ones, I should say. What do I take out? Can I like take out an orchard? Is that a thing I can do? Maybe. Yeah, just take out a Jace. What is a Jace doing in this matchup, really? Bouncing a hollow one. That was pretty impressive. It had all the supporting cast to make Saga the win con it deserves to be. On color blue Moxen, on color green Moxen, Time Walk, crop rotation, draw another Moxen, ancestral. Ugh. Spin, find another artifact for lethal. You can't draw it up any better. It's impossible. That sounds sweet too. We're getting revenge for all the time Dredge has smacked me around. Though I keep drawing these hands that are ancestral. So this is a problem I have with things like Jewel, and basically for low blue count force decks is that some of the blue cards that are in your for your blue count for Force of Will are like the cards you want to be casting, So drawing 3 Mox in here, not great. I don't think it's ever worth it to like counter this Chalice. Like we have the ability to wait a turn and play our Oath like with a Force of Will. So I'm not really too worried. Like I don't think that this is going to. I might race me actually. Wow, that's a pretty impressive set of dredges. So I go to 17 and it gets back 4. Oh, I might actually just lose. Holy shit. So I think I actually have to find a Tabernacle. Which I didn't find. I didn't even find another blue card, which is just another problem with the low blue count. Actually, not forcing this Chalice might just lose me the game because they had such a good dredge. They're bringing back 12 power on the end step, plus double Icarid. It's just going to lethal me. Okay, I see you, opponent. You saw me going off, and now you doing your thing. I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, that's just the best possible. It's got to be pretty close. So, yeah, I mean, I'm just going to go top and try to spin for even if I get a freaking Tabernacle, is that even good enough? No. All right, yeah, because if I was going to take 3, 6, 12, 13, 16, 19, I was taking at least 19. Okay, maybe I was supposed to force the Chalice? I feel like most dredges don't go that fast. But maybe that's a misevaluate. No, I don't feel like most dredge hands are going to be at that velocity. Feels like it was just a bad, unfortunate circumstance. I don't really think Chalice on 0 is even that big of a deal for us. Wow. This hand does not inspire confidence to me. Like, yeah, I have Tormod's Crypt with Flusterstorm backup. And if I draw any mana source, and I do have quite a few mana sources, I play an Oath. All right, you know what? I'm interested in giving it a shot. I want to see how this goes. This could be bad, and I'm willing to accept that, but I think this is for the science hand. Mostly because I have Crypt and Flusterstorm. If I had like a Bear Crypt, a Naked Crypt, then maybe not. They kept a 7-card hand. Can't be good for the home team. Oh my god, I didn't play the... Alright, well. I'm bad. Definitely play the freaking Tropical Island first so that I can counter the negation. Like, what am I doing here? Justin. Talking, not playing. Alright, so the good news... The problem is... I just am never going to be able to use this Flusterstorm because I don't have any mana. Can I just draw lands every turn for this game? Perfect. All right, there's absolutely no way I'm ever casting an Oath here. Even if they didn't go for like the Saga at the right time or like at the perfect time there, I think I just have to hold Fluster there. Yeah, there's no reason they have no Dredger right now. Shambling Shell. Sure, if they want to eat their 1 Dredger and hit me for 3, it's they do want to do that. Okay. I'm surprised to be perfectly honest. I'm pretty surprised they did that. I wish this was an instant. This card would be a lot more interesting if it was an instant. Probably be too good if it was an instant. Not too good, but like pretty strong. Maybe not. It does say draw a card on it, you know? Noxious Revival Wasteland. I'm just gonna fluster it. I guess I could just Tormod's Crypt it. It gives me the opportunity to draw a blue source. Sure, fine. I'll Tormod's Crypt in response. You got me. You did it, opponent. I really didn't want them to draw Wasteland here. Oh my god, double Bazaar. Okay. Though if the Saga goes off, we could have Vault Key too. They have... maybe I have to Gaia's Blessing them next turn here. Maybe we're just going on Vault Key life. And I have backup here. Yeah, I think that's the new plan, actually. Gaia's Blessing there, Dredgers. And then I have Fluster up, and I can just go for Vault Key. Wow, what a weird game. This is not how I expected this game to go. I almost lost it in the very first turn when I forgot to play my Tropical Island first, but this is such a weird way for this to go. So I not draw my Manifold Key and we'll be in a good spot. So I assume my opponent will like activate their Bazaar. Oh, they're not even going to do that? Do they have a Wasteland in hand? Like, why would they do that? They have a Wasteland or a Bazaar in hand? Maybe they have a Hollow one? I'm trying to figure out why they would do that. Interesting. Huh. I drew the key. It's fine. It doesn't matter. I have so much mana. Maybe they have Mental Misstep in their hand, but that would make sense though. Oh wait, they're gonna activate now. Or they have to play around Needle, right? All right, cool. So this is game. Yeah. Weird game. Super, super weird game. Just very, very odd game. Very odd. Super weird. I guess this is just the Dredge League. All right. Let's see what we can do. Yeah, that's a good hand against Dredge. Just gotta, I mean, well, it's not a good hand against Dredge because I can't counter it. Oh my god, Justin. I forgot once again that my spells do not protect my oath. Good lord. It's fine. I mean, I think you're still probably supposed to keep this hand, right? Like, we have 2 mana, we have Oath, we have Time Walk. I don't know. Yeah, alright. Dredging again. Can we play a hollow one? Nah, grief. Alright, you got it, opponent. Alright. There goes the oath. Force of negation, mind break trap. None of this counters grief. Ugh. Now they have a hollow one. Wow, man, come on. Why you like this? Saga? Crucible. Come on, I need some help, friend. Team, top deck, anyone? Anyone? Strip mine. I don't have any chat to look at. All right, I mean, okay, sure. Why not? Oh, God. You really do be like that sometimes. Okay, all right, okay. I mean, they still have a Dredger and some Icarids, right? Why not bring back an Icarid here off of Grief? Seems weird. Creeping Chill. All right, now they're out of Dredgers. So that's good. But I only take 4 hits here. Sorry, 6 hits? 5 hits? No, 4 hits. 4 hits. And then I die. So I don't have that much time. If I could, they drew another Grief. Okay. Rest in peace, Crucible of Worlds. Yeah, I mean, Negation Trap just looks so bad against my Dredge opponents. Even, I mean, I haven't had the crop rotations. I guess that's part of the reason, but... Alright. Oath of Druids, Oath of Druids, Oath of Druids. Time Vault, Time Vault, Time Vault. Sensei Stop? Interesting. Not sure if I should have actually spun there, but all right. So I can next turn I can bounce this hollow one. It's actually really good with no bazaar, right? I guess they get to hit me for 10 though. And then I'm dead actually. Because if I bounce this hollow one, then they just Icarid eat Icarid. Really? So I don't have a Bajuka Bog in my main. So I actually am losing. What? Even if I Jace, I'm losing? So I have to find Vault Key? It's like my only option, right? I have to find Vault Key. What? Because I don't have Time Walk either. So what's my best way to do that? My best way to do that is to just... Oh, I feel like I must have played this so badly. My best way is just to draw and spin, right? Crop Rot, Oath of Druids. Like, Oath would be fine if I could do something, but I just can't. So I could draw and then Crop Rot. No, it doesn't do anything. Wow. They hit the one Creeping Chill that they hit off of the one Dredge that they dredged was actually enough to give them lethal. That is super gross. Super, super gross. So what I can do is I can float mana, draw with top. Sorry, I can draw with top. So there's something I can do here. So if I go float mana, spin. Well, how much do I need? I need 3 mana after this. So I'm doomed, right? Well, no, because Crop Rot will give me another mana. So I can draw with top, untap. No, I can't untap, though. Because then I can't go Volkey. So... I can draw with top, Crop Rot, Jason to Black Lotus. Draw with top, Crop Rot. I guess there's no reason it can't be a Saga, right? Saga, Jace. It's gonna be Black Lotus and Time Vault. Didn't hit. Okay. Wow. I can't believe we lost that game. Good lord. All right. So yeah, Bujuka Bog, all my stuff. Flusterstorm. Mindbreak Trap, Jace, and what was the other card we were getting rid of? Vigor. Crazy. Yep. Keep. I mean, this is just make them have it, right? They've already gotten rid of 1 Vigor and 2 Forces. There's no way this isn't a make them have it angle, right? They did keep a 6 card early. Vigor? No Vigor, so I think we just win, right? All right, cool. Not the most intriguing games of Magic the Gathering, for sure, but... I mean, there's a possibility I'm supposed to be keeping in some amount of Nature's Claims to beat Hollow Ones, but I don't know. Wow, they have just been powdering like crazy. So I have a 7-carder on the draw with a library, but is that actually good enough to beat Dredge, right? Would you keep this against Dredge? I feel like the answer's gotta be no, right? The best hope is like I draw with librarian for my turn and for my turn and find an oath. Maybe that's good enough. If my opponent griefs me on turn 1, I can't even go on library though. I want to go with. I have force. They're missing like a thug and 2 hollow. I'm gonna try keeping this. I'm not convinced this is correct, but I mean, a lot of playing these decks in leagues is about science and taking some chances and learning some things. So Bizarre Pass, hold up a bunch of forces is exactly what we're looking to see here. So I had a feeling like based on the cards that they have exiled, there's a possibility that that could happen. So I think there's no reason for me to do anything on my turn. Trying to think. I guess I could technically draw. Yeah, I'm not really seeing it. Like I could theoretically draw a blue card and then have Force Fluster up, but I don't think that helps us really. I don't think I need to have Force Fluster on their turn because I'll probably just force pitching Fluster anyways. Because I don't think I want to get pitch Grief Hollow one. That's very odd. Maybe they have a pitching Force Grief Bizarre. Why would you pitch Grief Bizarre Hollow one? What 4 card could you possibly keep where that would be correct? Strip Mine for library? That seems like a reasonable 1 card, but we don't want Bizarre at that point? We don't want Hollow one at that point? Very interesting. Grand Unifier, huh? Alright, well, I'm gonna get this Jace down. They don't have anything in their yard yet, so I have the ability to guess they could trap me at the end of this. It's so hard for me to cast Attracts on this deck. It's kind of sad. Oh wait, I have Orchards. I'm an idiot. I feel like every time I've had Attracts, I haven't had Orchards. It's kind of odd. Like I can't make 3 of the colors of mana, right? Or two of the colors of mana. I think I want to be able to shuffle away. Just shuffle away like negation, right? Like I'm never gonna cast this negation, am I? Like I'm not gonna counter anything for the rest of this game. It's all about me finding the cards I need. Double chill. Okay. Oh, they're gonna like wait till their end step and maybe they'll dump an Icarid. I could also just die to this stupid mana crypt. Oh no, imagine I lose this game to my mana crypt. Oh, yeah, I mean, I had to do that, right? I know there's a negation. Do I want to get rid of 1 card to see 3 new cards instead of 2? Yes. My Jace play here might be not optimal, so keep that in mind. I didn't really think very hard about it. I think I'm just supposed to brainstorm. I need to get this game over with. If they dump an Icarid, so be it. I'm like dying to my mana crypt beforehand here, so. A Crop Rot. Okay, so I have a Bajuka Bog and well, I don't want the Bajuka Bog. Okay, so I need to think here. Because what I can do is keep the Bajuka Bog and crop rot for a strip mine. Or I can just crop rot for an Urza Saga. So there's like a lot of options. The problem is my Urza Saga going to be good enough? Like I have a mana crypt and I'm at 9. The Bajuka Bog just doesn't do anything right now, right? So if I were to go put back Force a Tabernacle for Academy Force and then go crop rot, strip mine, make them use their stuff and then bog them. And then I have one other Jace spin. That's probably correct. Oh, I don't have a land drop? Because I fetched. Holy shit, now I don't have active Bajuka Bog. Justin, you're so bad at this game. Like now I'm actually supposed to have Bajuka Bog in my deck so that I can crop rotation for it if I need to. I only have one Dredge 3. That's it. So that could have gone a lot worse. I have this mana. I can't kill my mana crypt, right? Because I took out any removal spells for my mana crypt. Perfect, Justin. Good job. But I did shuffle, so I have a fresh chase next turn, so. Dredge 3 hits Creeping Chill. I'm down to 6. Gosh. All right, they're out of dredgers, though, so it's really just can my Jace find something before I kill myself to mana crypts? And the answer to that is I guess I technically could skip a turn here. Does that help me, really? It's just free, right? There's no reason not. Oh, I didn't do it. There's no reason not to. I should probably just skip a turn. Vigor, sure. Cluster. They didn't vigor my crypt, so. I guess I can put this Bajuka Bog back in my deck with Jace. I just need to win crypt flips, please. One to flip. Gaia's Blessing. That'll shuffle after I Jace. Force, Tabernacle. Oh, I forgot to put the Bog back in my deck, Justin. I don't even want to do this. Fine. Do I want any of these back in my deck? No. Well, yeah, I guess I want crop rotation back in my deck. All right. All right, this time I will actually skip a turn because I'm not stupid. There's just like no downside at all. I guess they can draw Bazaar is the downside, but they have 2 Bazaars and they're 25 cards or something. So I guess they could draw green card Vigor. I want another flip. Okay. Fetching doesn't change anything really. Besides, I get to go look for new cards. Tormod's Crypt. Oh man. I'm just gonna die to my mana crypt at some point. Maybe I need to be getting enough cards to play Atraxa out. Lost a flip. Oh, I should have fetched away there because I knew one of my cards. Um, I need to hold this in case I draw the O. I mean, this game is entirely based on the mana crypt. I should have put maybe I should definitely have a Nature's Claim in my deck. One, two, three, four, five. I mean, I can cast an Atraxa now. So if I never lose a mana crypt and I find an Atraxa, I only have one Atraxa though. I immediately lost the flip and lost the game. I was actually kind of worried about Mana Crypt in this deck because of this exact reason. The deck just does not close. So I was a little worried about that. So this would have gotten me Oath, Time Walk, Atraxa. Sorry, Oath, Activate, Time Vault, Atraxa. So all I would need to do is win like 3 Mana Crypt flips. I would have to win this Mana Crypt flip and the next Mana Crypt flip and then the next Mana Crypt flip. So, like, we can win this game. It just takes a little while, and I didn't have a little while, right? I mean, my opponent did hit double chill. That's definitely part of it, right? But I don't know. All right, I got a 2-3. Some amount of that was me learning the deck. Some amount of that is this deck just being really weird. It's interesting. It's really, really not my style. The fact that, like, I have all of these counter spells that are in my deck that don't protect my Oath of Druids is just really hard for my mind to get around, because it just doesn't really vibe with my play patterns. But I understand. I feel like we just didn't draw enough crop rotations for it to like really show the whole point of the deck. Like it felt like all of our deck, I guess you also have to think that we did play against 4 Bazaar players, so we didn't really get to play normal games of Magic at all. The only normal game of Magic we had to play was Standstill, and we just got like obliterated because I played an Oath of Druids and I got outvalued, right? So yeah, probably my fault mostly, but definitely a weird deck. If something that interests you, maybe you could try it out. You can talk to Sean about it in the Discord, but I think that's enough of that one for me. So more vintage content Monday, Wednesday, Friday on my YouTube channel. Make sure you're subscribed. So I'll see you then.